let's just hop in. We have 2 on, tie game at 0. Dansby's up, 1 out. Guardians have the same amount of away losses as White Sox wins. Glad to hear it. See, I don't know. We are at the point where, like, I don't even know if you can successfully make fun of a White Sox fan. Like, the Sox are just so bad that, like, anything that some other fan base can say just does not measure up to how bad that you feel about them yourself. You just finished a March to October and they were 34 and 107. Finished 34 and 107? Did they just give up? Last month of the season they decided not to play anymore? You don't even want to watch this team anymore? I don't either. That's why I'm live right now. I don't know. I will say, though, I'm having a good time making the occasional tweet just making fun of the White Sox. And I haven't really pushed my Twitter or my X account that much. So if you guys want, then, you know, you can go follow me over there and watch me make fun of the White Sox every once in a while. But it's whatever. You don't have to. I don't want to force anybody to get on a platform like Twitter because, man, I hate using Twitter, but I'm stuck on it. I'm stuck scrolling. Dude, I gotta hit that. What are we doing? Only time you're watching the Sox play is in person. I don't blame you. Oh, did I? Come on, stay fair. That has to... Come on, man. That's a go-ahead grand slam. I am too early on everything. Jeff, you're headed out. I'll see you later, man. You feel very bad for the White Sox? You mean the Braves practically stole Bummer and Nicky Lopez from us? No, we got Nicky Lopez from... Or unless you're saying it was like... Oh, come on. Unless you're saying, like, it's an addition by subtraction for you guys and you want to get rid of Nicky Lopez. You like Schuster and Shoemake, but they're not good prospects. I liked Shoemake at the start. Like, I was like, okay, this guy looks like he can play a bit. He looked good in the field. He hit a home run in, like, his first at-bat with the Sox or first game or something like that. I was like, all right, Braden Shoemake's here. Then he hasn't done anything. Made a couple bad errors. And that was a bad swing. That was a bad inning. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. We can't bring him around to score. 52 and 110 is what they finished in your March to October. That's great to hear. You know what? Actually, if they finish 52 and 110 in real life, that means that they've picked it up at some point. Oh my God. I didn't even notice. Look who's on the mound. Look who's on the mound for our game here. We can't escape Cam Sanders. We're about to throw our 19th inning with Cam Sanders here. We're not taking him out. Ooh. I hung that pretty bad, though. You know what? I should at least make sure our bullpen... You know what? Yeah, I'm probably good with those 2 up. Didn't even look at... Oh, man, I forgot to. We didn't even look at Cam Sanders and his attribute boost. He's at a 76. We'll have to check back in on it back in the main screen. But 76 overall. He started at a 64. Don't act like you're going to make that play, Morel. Yeah. The Sosa error last night had you screaming. You know what? I don't even know what you're talking about. I was not watching. Unless I was and I just don't remember it because I block it out because I feel like I watched at least part of that game. I don't know. You figured Braden Shoemake would cool down. The Braves called him up last season for a month and he had no hits and 5 Ks. Forrest Wall has played better. I don't know who Forrest Wall is, but that's an incredible name. You're just watching random games at this point. That's what I should do too. I mean, it kind of hurts that right now my TV subscription is YouTube TV, and last year they dropped MLB Network, so I can't watch any games if they're on MLB Network. But I feel like usually throughout the week there's some nationally broadcast games. Like I think Tuesdays you got TBS, and then they still do the Friday Apple games, I think. He's basically just a pinch runner defender. His MLB debut was as a pinch runner and he got caught stealing. That's not what you want to do. Oh, come on. We got to get to this. Yeah, we're there. MLB Network has been saving you from watching the Sox. Yeah, it hasn't been able to save me. At the start of the year, I started making playlists of like the MLB YouTube channel themselves. They make a really good like 8 to 10 minute highlight package for every single game. So the first like week of the season, I would watch every single one of those just to like keep up with everybody's games, and I kind of fell off doing that, but that'd be something I'd like to get into, because it's one thing just looking at a team's record, and then it's another thing actually seeing the teams play, even if it is in highlight form. And especially with not really worrying about the White Sox this year, then it might be better to watch some other teams. Usually watch Dodger games since they appear on there sometimes. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun team to watch. Do you root for them, or do you just watch them? I mean, obviously, I know you root for the White Sox, but when you're watching the Dodgers games. Is that going to drop in for me? It is. All right, we got a base hit. Couldn't have done that last inning. Have I made the next episode of the White Sox March to October? And if so, is it a Chicago World Series? I have not made it yet, but if I did, I wouldn't spoil that. I would not be spoiling that. What I will say is I highly doubt that in this March to October, if we make it to the World Series, we're going to be seeing a Chicago versus Chicago World Series. I don't think the Sox are getting there on their own in this. You're rooting for the Brewers this year with the Sox being so meh? That's what I should probably do too. I had considered myself primarily a Brewers fan for a while, and then just being around the White Sox and that being the games that are on, that's kind of who I've gravitated towards in the last, I don't know, 5 years maybe. I kind of dropped off from the Brewers, got back up on the White Sox. You just want to see a clean baseball game, no dumb things. I feel you. You're rooting for the Cubs? I don't blame you, man. I've said it multiple times. There is not much of a reason for the Cubs-Sox rivalry hate to exist. Like, the teams are not really in competition with each other that much. And other than that, it's like, just, I don't know, root for both teams. Root for Chicago. I mean, I will say it is a little tougher for me to root for the Cubs because, like I said, I've been a Brewers fan for a little while, and those two teams are in direct competition. But I don't know, man. It's tough to hate the Cubs. That better get over his head. Thank you. We better score. I feel like I got to keep our 60 speed at third. 32 speed's going to make it in there, though. There we go. Seiya Suzuki with the big swing to give us our first run. All right, Toxic, you root for the Braves and both the Sox and the Yankees. How can you root for the Red Sox and the Yankees? Now, that's a rivalry that has some bad blood. Is that going to give us 2 more runs? I'm going to go. 73 speed. Is this going to be close? No, we're in. You just went to a Cubs game only to watch Tim Anderson? Nice. Did he do anything? I haven't really been checking in on him if he's doing any good this year, or at least doing any better. Oh, you said it later. He only pinch hit, but still got to play, right? Still got to see him do something. I think I saw him hit a home run back before he was any good. I went to a game in 2017. Yeah, 2017. And I think I saw TA hit a home run. Your best friend is a very out-of-touch Red Sox fan, and your favorite Madden YouTuber is a Yankee fan. All right, that'll do it then. That makes sense. By out-of-touch, you mean he only knows Red Sox players from pre-1970? Pre-1970. That's quite some time ago. that is a little bit out of touch. What are the two players? Do you know the players that he knows on this year's team? You're a Cubs fan, Brewers fan, White Sox fan, Giants fan, and Orioles fan. You know, some people would say that that's a fan of too many teams, but not me. I am all for rooting for a bunch of different teams. I think it's just fun. If you have multiple teams that you care about, and then you can actually like be invested in more games, more power to you, man. Oh, and you're rooting for the Yankees because of Soto. I haven't checked in on him either, if he's doing good. I feel like I've heard some good things. Is that going to go foul again? That's going to drift foul again. That's 2 home runs that would have been home runs, but they've just barely drifted foul. I'm kind of just like casually putting together a good game here. We still have no outs in the 7th inning, and I've already put across 3 runs, and then I jinx it, strike out. He doesn't keep track of any transactions, but the last time you asked him, he said Justin Turner while he was in Boston and Chris Sale. He couldn't name Verdugo or Yoshida, even with hints. So, nobody that's on the team right now then, at least that you know of, that he knows. Ooh! How about that swing? I surprised myself right there. Perfect, Oppo. We're going to add another run on here this inning. That's a 4 spot in the 7th, and we're not even done. You know, Rob, I'm guessing you were asking that chat or that question of the chat as a whole, but I'll go ahead and answer it too. Because I haven't played as much Diamond Dynasty as I'd like to. Especially on my main account. Like, I got on last night to play some events, and I was looking at my main squad, and like, I didn't have anybody over a 91, I think. So, I don't know what I've been doing. I mean, I do know what I've been doing. A lot of grinding on the Pack Attack account to earn stubs, but you know what also it's been? I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with it or anything, but that the new Fallout series, the show, came out. I haven't watched it yet, so no spoilers. But it's caused a lot of people to get back into Fallout, myself included. I have been no-lifing Fallout 4 for the last week, so that's also cut into some of my Diamond Dynasty time. It's probably what I'm going to do as soon as I get off stream, too. Is that going to be another run? Oh, yeah. With that big of a crow hop, he's not throwing me out. 5 runs in the 7th inning, and we only have 1 out on the board. Basically, all the players he knows are pre-1970. I refuse to believe, even if you call him out of touch, I refuse to believe he doesn't know some of, like, the early to mid-2000s guys, like a Manny Ramirez, a David Ortiz. Rob, do you not play MLB The Show? Or do you just play offline?
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for. The pitch. That one fouled off.
Man, I want to... Oh, he's picking me up. I was just about to say, I wish I could start stealing more but I'm just so scared to steal against the CPU on this game. I swear. At least in the past, every time I think about stealing and I press the button, that's when the CPU decides to pick off or slide step or pitch out or whatever. It's like they read your inputs. So I'm afraid to do it against the Legend CPU. You played a ton of... Actually, hang on. I should focus on a 3-2 count. And it paid off. I got a hit. You played a ton of offline the last few years, but you're trying to break out of your fear of playing online this year. I'm glad to hear it. I am a big advocate for playing online. I think it's fun. And if you're just trying to get into it, I'd say play events. I was going to say maybe even BR, but BR is a little bit of its own beast. But at least in events, it's like a 3-inning game. If it doesn't go well, you're out of it quick. If it does go well, then, you know, it gets you more comfortable playing online. You just called your friend and asked him to name a random player. For me? Oh, and I missed that. You said you finished the Battle Royale program. Alright, that's good. I haven't finished the new one yet. I haven't even started the new one yet. But I feel like I should, because I remember I was talking about earlier being a Brewers fan for a while. The reason for that was Ryan Braun, up until his, you know, his stuff. Oh, they're really giving me a punch out there on a check swing. That's how we're making our second out. We're still in the 7th inning here. How long has this 7th inning been? 5 runs across, 2 more base runners on right now. He said Frank Baker, who was third base for the A's and Yankees. That name doesn't even ring a bell. Is that like from a while ago? That was the random guy he chose? You lost a BR game because your game crashed. That's a good time. You're now 1 for 15 with Braun. So maybe I don't need to worry about picking him up. Home Run Baker, was that his name? This seems like a guy I need to look into. Frank Baker is already a great name. And then you add on the fact that his nickname was just Home Run. Just straight up, his nickname was Home Run. People referred to a guy as Homer. Or Home Run. Oh, he played from 08 to 1922. That makes it even better. That was a time where not too many home runs were hit, and you got a guy named Home Run Baker. Man, we still got Cam Sanders out there. He was on the bench for a while. He's still ready to go. I mean, should I just say screw it and give him another complete game? At this point, with a 5-run lead, how much threat is there of losing this one? By pre-1970, you meant more like pre-1940. Guess how many career home runs he hit? I'm going to say, just based on the time it was and me not having heard his name, I'm going to say 27. Dude hit 27 home runs in his career. Or you said it. What is that? 14-year career? 14, 15-year career? 27 home runs. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3 inning for Cam Sanders. Dude is the second coming here. You're doing a Cubs March to October too, and you finished the season 111 and 51. Nice. What difficulty we playing on for that one? I mean, not trying to, like, you know, be like, oh, I'm playing on Legend, but just, you know, out of curiosity. He hit 96 with a career 307 average and 991 RBI. So I was a little off with the 27. I thought maybe it'd be a little irony, you know, like Home Run Baker just did not hit many home runs. Are we really going to pick right back up where I left off? Is that Ian Happ going to the gap? I've scored all these runs and I haven't even gone deep. I'm doing it all on base hits, doubles. This is some good stuff here.
is fouled off.
You know, that reminded me, Mike, when I asked you what difficulty you're on. Oh, and you say you usually do All-Star, but the next team you're going to jump all the way to Legend? You're going to skip Hall of Fame? Yeah, I was going to say, you should probably take it a step at a time and just go up to Hall of Fame. At least that's my advice. You forgot this was a Cubs March to October. Ian Happ is back. He's here, man, and he's hitting doubles. Just casually scoring 5 runs without being 100% locked in. You're right. I am focusing way less on the game right now than I should be. But I'm having fun talking to you guys. I'm learning more and more streaming that the more of the fun, that's a weird way to phrase it, is talking to you guys in the chat. Obviously playing the game is fun too, but you know, hearing what you guys have to say, holding some conversations, it's a good time. It makes the time go by fast. Like, I've already been live for what, an hour and a half? It does not feel like it. Didn't Ian Happ lead in doubles in one of the last year's March to October? Man, I can't remember. He was good. He was really good for us with the Nationals. But I don't remember. Now you're making me want to go and look back at it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go all out of my way to open up a new game just to look at Ian Happ's doubles 1 year. Even if I want to. Oh my, there it is. There's our home run. Patrick Wisdom. At least when I looked at the beginning of the stream, he was the team leader in home runs. What's that for him? He was at 10 when I saw last. Oh, that's 18? Oh, he's popping off. You've played on Legend before. It's fun. And the only thing you're good at, though, is pitching. I feel that. It definitely did not happen overnight for me to start playing on Legend difficulty on this game.
Base is empty with 2 away. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit.
Patrick Wisdom's been the most clutch player for you in the postseason. Looking like home run Baker out there. Yeah, he does. Home run Wisdom. Did I? No, I didn't get enough of that one. Now with Nico Horner in his 36 power. Dude, we have a 7-0 lead right now against the Braves. And they had Strider on the mound. We started facing Spencer Strider in the 6th inning. And this is the Braves. And we're up 7-0. This Cubs team, man, this might be something. And Seiya Suzuki's also been clutch. I mean, he had our first, drove in our first runs of this game with that double. He's also one of our better players so far. Like, I think I saw up on the board he had like a 350 average this year. Dude, and Cam Sanders. It's just mindless pitching with him. It's so easy. Why is this guy so good? Home run Patrick just doesn't roll off the tongue like home run Baker. No, I agree. It's not as good. You haven't been doing well with Cody. He hadn't been having the greatest season up to this point when we checked in at the beginning of the stream. I don't know if we've been playing better lately, though, especially if we're on a winning streak right now. Maybe some of our stats are looking a little better. We should get an extra momentum fireball out of this one. This has to constitute as a blowout at this point. No. Ah, Sanders giving up a hit. You actually think the Braves look better this year than last? The only Braves anything I've really seen this year is just when they played the White Sox. And any team's going to look good when they play the White Sox. Actually, no. That was the Sox' first win, though, was against the Braves. So, no, the Braves sucked this year. They lost to the White Sox.
Next offering upstairs.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close
There we go.
fastball.
There we go.
Over to first.
You really hate it when you lose a no-hitter in the dumbest way possible. I mean, this wasn't a no-hitter. It was just the first hit I gave up, but I agree. Sometimes the way you lose no-hitters, ooh.
Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Lee back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
No, but that's my point, though, is because of how many teams the White Sox have lost to since they beat the Braves, Braves can't be that good, right? And obviously I'm joking, too.
Here comes a pitch.
The White Sox, man. Ah,
Strike two.
God. Like, it just saying the name the Chicago White Sox right now, it makes me immediately like get disappointed, and then I can't help but laugh. Like, and that's just by saying the name, it triggers that. It was pretty early on in the year. And they were probably facing, that was an insane pitch. They were probably facing what, like the fifth starter or something like that.
Now for Chicago, Christopher
We used to be a proper franchise. Did we though?
power
Did we?
defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting
I mean, obviously there were good times, but like,
speed, but he does.
I don't know, man. I guess I shouldn't speak before my time, because I feel like for the most part, since I became aware of the White Sox, which is around the time they won the World Series, from that point on, it's been a lot of bad. But I guess there were some good years, even just in the 90s. Never get your hopes up for Chicago teams. Yeah, but how about Caleb Williams though, right? Bears are going to be a playoff team next year. We do it every year. Every year we get our hopes up for some team, and they just fall through. We had that one good year with this squad. We did, and then all that to lose 3-1 to the Astros. Not even all that close in this series. But at least the Field of Dreams game happened, though. That was the peak of the rebuild. It was the Ronaldo rematch where they won 3-2. Okay, so they beat Ronaldo Lopez. Was that Lopez's first start of the year too? Because I remember thinking, like, when I heard the Braves were going to be using him as a starter, I was like, come on, you can't be doing that. We know as White Sox fans, Ronaldo Lopez as a starter, not great. As a reliever, he's up there. And then I heard, oh, the Braves are going to start him. So I was like, okay, that's not going to go well. And then he's been one of the better starters in the league? Because of course he is. How's Aaron Bummer doing too? He probably has what, like a .61 ERA? You feel like we need Rick Renteria back? I mean, I don't know if we need him back. It just kind of coincided with him getting fired and bringing in La Russa. I mean, I didn't have a problem with him. I would wonder, though. I would be curious if you could, peek into a parallel universe. If you could peek into the one where not only did the Sox not fire him, or not only did the Sox not hire La Russa, but didn't fire him also. If they just stuck with Rick Renteria. How does that pan out? Watch the Bears completely mess up Caleb's development. No, they've never had problems developing a quarterback before. They do a great job of that. No, you know what? Watch them draft like Drake May or something. Watch them not even take Caleb Williams after all this. Oh, Bummer's actually doing bad? Okay. I don't have to feel as bad about it then. Although I do, I remember it was funny before the season even started and they came out with that 89 overall. I know we're not that big a Diamond Dynasty people in here right now, but they came out with an 89 overall Aaron Bummer. For years of Aaron Bummer being on the Sox and actually being good, all I wanted was a diamond Aaron Bummer, and they just never gave him a better card. They never gave him an upgraded card, even when he was good. And then the second he gets onto a new team before he even plays, 89 overall. Justin Fields is who you're coughing. I was thinking more Mitch Trubisky, but I guess Fields works too. Yeah, Mike, you know what I'm talking about. I liked Trubisky though. Like I liked when he was good, at least, and he wasn't good often. But it was one of those things where you see him in the very few times he plays good, and it's like, oh, I want to root for this guy. And then you just got to open your eyes and realize, hey, this guy, no, he stinks. No team could have developed Mitch. That's probably fair. That's probably right. I don't know. Maybe I was just biased towards Mitch Trubisky because his number was 10. That's my number. There we go. Cam Sanders, another complete game. He's going to do nothing but throw complete games in his big league career. I should try a full rebuild March to October with no trades for opposing MLB players, just player development and drafts. That'd be fun. That could be something I would do more as like a live stream thing, because I don't know if I'd want a second concurrent March to October going at the same time, but that's a fun idea. You feel bad for Trubisky, he was put in a terrible position. I mean, they traded away a bunch of stuff to move up from 3 to 2 when he still would have been there at 3 anyway. I don't know, man. He was a slightly better version of Sam Darnold. Was he, though? Was he even better than Sam Darnold? I mean, I guess he had the one good year, and Sam Darnold never really had a one good year. You hate Desmond Ridder, though? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not super knowledgeable about football, but it never seemed like Desmond Ridder was gonna be anything. So like I was seeing, oh, he's supposed to be the next guy for the Falcons. I don't know about that. The expectations were too high for Mitch. I mean, I feel like that kind of comes with being the second overall pick, though. Like, you got to have high expectations when you're spending a second overall pick on a guy. It's just, I guess, unfortunate for him if he wasn't second pick worthy, and now he has second pick expectations. The only team you're getting your hopes up for is the Blackhawks when it comes to Chicago teams. Aren't they bad, too? And they've been bad for a few years. I don't know. I do not follow hockey at all. But I just know they've had some rough stretches. Desmond Ridder just turns the ball over way too much. That's probably not what you want out of your QB. He was never worth the second pick. I mean, we definitely know that now. I feel like we probably knew that at the time also. What do we have here? Because we didn't lose then either. We're on an 8-game winning streak. 27-19. Cardinals are still doing good themselves, but we've pulled even. You pray and hope that Rome, I don't know, is it Rome or like Rome Odunze? I don't know that, but you hope he falls to the Falcons. What pick do the Falcons have? For that to happen? Because I remember hearing people say that name for the Bears' 9th pick. You think it's Rome? That's what I thought too, but I've been hearing some people just say Rome, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. You believe they have the 8th or 7th? Well, so if you're praying that he falls to the 8th, he's probably not going to fall to the Bears at 9. I don't know, man. I don't know what the Bears... I wish I knew a little bit more about football, because there's more people that probably, in general, just in the world, know football over baseball, but I don't know. Like, I don't know strategy, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I watch football, I know what goes on, I just don't know. I don't know what makes a good player good and stuff like that, like I do in baseball. Yeah, they have the 8th. So the pick before the Bears. So they're just gonna steal who the Bears want at 9. So we have a player lock here for Cody Bellinger. His numbers have come up a bit. I remember when we started the stream, he was at like a 220 average, up to a 236 now, 9 bombs. He's not doing bad. He's not doing great either, but we can change that. I don't know why his attributes are going down though. I don't like that. You prefer baseball over football? I do too, but football is fun to watch. I mean, football is more of an event because it's like every Sunday you get to look forward to watching all the football games. So that's fun. I would say probably like a football Sunday where you get to watch all the games at once. I'd probably take that over watching like an individual baseball game, but just in general, I would prefer baseball too. Imagine it's like the Bears are on the clock and then there's announcements saying there's been a trade. Like they're trading down, because if they're trading down, that's fine too. There's definitely benefits to trading down in the draft. Oh, you mean, hang on, you mean for the first pick. I was still thinking about their 9th pick. Their first pick, no, they better hang on to that first pick and take Caleb Williams. We did not go through the Justin or Caleb offseason here just for them to ruin it. All right, we got to get going here. We got to get going into our next game. We got a Cody Bellinger player lock. Let's see. It's lefty-lefty because of course it is. But I've been so bad at hitter player locks this year. Let's see if we can turn that around. Falcons fans were given 4 games of Ritter before this season, and the positives you saw was that he was taking good care of the football. Then this year all he did was turn the ball over. It's a little bit of a 180 there, isn't it? I mean, I guess I also have to disclose with a couple Falcons fans in the chat that when it comes to football, I would say probably now my favorite team is the Bears. But when I was saying earlier, when it comes to baseball, how it was like Brewers for a while was my favorite baseball team. For a while there, Saints were my favorite football team. So I know Saints Falcons rivalry. That one goes hard. So you guys probably don't like hearing that, but I was a big Drew Brees guy, big Drew Brees fan. I mean, right now, I don't think I can show it on camera. Right now, I have maybe a 2-foot tall Drew Brees fat head just stuck on my PlayStation 5 as decoration. So, big Drew Brees guy. Now that he's not there anymore, though, I don't care about the Saints as much. But yeah. Yeah, all this controversy over Fields or Williams. Surprise third guess. Mitch is back. Could you imagine? They bring him in to be like the veteran backup QB that they can learn from. The Saints fans are monsters. I can't get into that because I'm not in New Orleans. I'm not from New Orleans. I'm not like amongst the group of Saints fans to know what they're like. I just know that I liked rooting for the Saints purely because of Drew Brees. I also never really, I think because of that, because I'm not like in the middle of the Saints fandom, I never really developed that hatred of the Falcons. Your least favorite football teams are the Patriots and the Seahawks. Patriots I can see. But why the Seahawks? They always have seemed like a fun team. Fun organization. Yeah, I don't know about any of that. Toxic. Yeah. I'll just go with what you're saying, but I don't. Like I said, I'm not in amongst the Saints fans. You can't hate on Drew Brees though. I won't be hearing any of that. I'm fine if you hate the Saints fans. I won't hear any bad word about Drew Brees. There you go. That's all I wanted to hear. You admit Brees is a legend. Thanks. Oh, dude. Oh, I was so close. That still carried all the way to the track. Oh, I just needed a little bit better of a swing. We did get a hit in the first AB, but that's not going to be enough. One base hit's not going to be enough. Drew Brees is probably one of the most unluckiest players. Yeah. I mean, there definitely was those tough string of playoff losses. The fact that he doesn't have an MVP, though. Oh, I hate it. All you're saying is Caleb Williams better be that guy. Yeah, he better be. I would love to have a QB in Chicago that is like top of the league, top level QB. We can all get behind him. We've never had that. Did I really just watch strike 3 there? Come on. Something stupid happens all the time to him, the Minneapolis Miracle. Yeah, that one's... I mean, the one that gets to me more is the one the next year against the Rams. The no offensive or defensive pass interference call. You really have high hopes for a lot of their players like Rashid Shaheed. I just know I had Rashid Shaheed in a fantasy league or on some lineup. He was like boom or bust. You either got like a 50-yard touchdown out of the guy, or he was getting like 2 catches for 20 yards. Proof that Matt Ryan is better than Drew Brees. Both were in the league at the same time, and Ryan won MVP. I have nothing against Matt Ryan. I mean, I'll never say that Matt Ryan was Drew Brees level, but I have nothing against the guy. I was rooting for them in the Super Bowl. I mean, I would assume most people were. Who was going to be rooting for the Patriots outside of Patriots fans? Should I have thrown that all the way home? No, I probably wouldn't have had a chance. The defense always chokes, and the refs have screwed them too. Yeah, every once in a while, I'll just like get in one of those moods where I go back and watch all of those like devastating playoffs losses, going all the way back to the Marshawn Lynch run, the Beast Quake. That was where it started. That was a terrible swing. You wish the Falcons would take Georgia players like from the college or from like people who grew up in the area? I'm assuming you mean Georgia Bulldogs. Oh my god, what am I doing? Did you see that swing? Ugh. This is what happens. I just put up... Yeah, and then I missed that. I just put up 7 runs in 2 innings. Well, I guess within 2 innings of the 4 I played against the Braves. And then I come up in a player lock and look like this. It's different. It's just different. The Eagles are taking all the UGA players. Technically speaking, the Lions have been screwed the most. Oh, by the refs. I think those were meant to be 2 separate messages, and I kind of read them together. But Lions have had it tough, too. I don't know. I might just be a positive person, because I'm just sitting here saying I kind of like all these different teams that my teams are rivals of. But, like, I'm a Bears fan. I probably shouldn't like the Lions. I was rooting for them last year. Like, the Lions are kind of a fun team to root for. Every team Matt Ryan has lost to in the playoffs has gone to the Super Bowl. That's kind of like what the Brewers have been doing lately. Every team they lose to in the playoffs, or every team that eliminates them, ends up going to the World Series. The way you block out people saying 28-3 is just by not thinking or talking about it. I remember during that game when it was 28-3, I just kind of like stopped watching. I didn't stop watching, but I wasn't like sitting there watching anymore. I got up and I was making my lunch for the next day, going to school. And, game was just kind of going on in the background. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, it's a close game now. And, oh, it's in overtime now. The Lions are the second most cursed team. You'd say the Bills have it worse. Okay. I'm trying to think. I mean, the one that just stands out to me for the Bills was the Chiefs game from 2 years ago. Yeah, and of course, we didn't get it. It was a player lock. It was an offensive player lock. We're not going to get a plus. Oh yeah, that one's not on Matt Ryan, I would say. I mean, I don't remember exactly how the game went, but didn't they just like you think up 28-3 at that point in the game, you'd want to like run the clock down, and isn't that exact opposite of what they did? Four straight Super Bowl appearances, no Super Bowls. I forgot about that. That was like in the 90s, right? Yeah, I don't know much about like the historical Bills like that, but to make it to the Super Bowl 3 straight years. Actually, hang on a second. Let's focus on what we are seeing on our screen right now. Cause look at what we have here. Look at what we've got. Pete Crow Armstrong ready to come up to the big leagues. 73 overall, A potential. It's all to his fielding though. He's not a great hitter. But 86 fielding, 98 speed out in center. Oh, this isn't a trade. This is a call-up opportunity. We are bringing him up to the big leagues. I could go with one of these other two guys, but I'm not doing that. We're bringing up PCA, and we should be getting a player lock with him. I know it'd be a hitter player lock, but if I succeed, he immediately becomes like a 78 probably. Contact gets way better. What can we do though? Who should we get rid of for him? Probably should decide on that before I go through with this. Should we get rid of Mastroboni? He's been doing okay. He's only gotten into 6 games though. Mike Talkman. What can we do here? Man, I don't even know how to get PCA into the lineup because look at our outfielders. Happ, Suzuki, and Bellinger. Who do I sit down out of that? And if I move Happ to the infield, who do I sit down in the infield? You know? I guess, like, maybe if I can find a way to have somebody else play first, but it's not like Michael Bush has been bad. Cubs were a pretty fun team to use in MLB The Show 22 because of the farm system. I could see that. I know back when everybody, you know, from their World Series team was in the farm system, that was a fun team. I always thought would be a fun team to use in a franchise mode. Man, Bellinger can play first. Hang on. Yeah. No, that's what we'll do. PCA could just be a bench bat, but that defeats the purpose. He's so good in the field. We need his fielding in center field. Even if he doesn't hit that great, I feel like we got to get him tracking down the fly balls in center. So I'm thinking maybe that's the move. Move Bellinger to first, even though Michael Bush has been really good. And then, yeah, PCA could just go right into center. I think that's the plan. And then if that's the plan, we'll just, we can get rid of Mastroboni because then Bush can play the infield. Yep, that looks good to me. We're bringing up PCA. And, it's going to be Mastroboni that gets sent down. So there we go. We did it. He's here. PCA is here. I guess I'll do that. I'll adjust the lineups afterwards. We lost a couple games to the Braves, though. I forgot about that. So our big winning streak is over. So where are we at here? Before we adjust the lineup, where are we? Oh, man, I'm having some trouble with the menus today. We drop back even further down. I keep forgetting to, like, switch things around, but I'm covering things up. So we're 28-23. I guess we had lost the winning streak before those last 2 losses. Cubs could have gone on a dynasty run, but they always fell short after 2016. I mean, I don't know how that team with all those pieces just couldn't put it all together again. Like, they had such a good core, such an exciting core. You would have thought for sure that would have been a dynasty team. I can't believe the Cardinals are outpacing us still. Like, they weren't doing good until we started doing good. What's that all about? Oh, did it really? I missed that. It just said Pete Crow Arms. Vader the Tater. What's going on, man? But they traded the players at the right time. They did. They definitely did, because they're back. I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with them this year, how they're doing, but they definitely have a solid team. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I want to adjust the lineups. Trying to get him out in center field. So we're going to bring in Bellinger to play first. PCA out in center. We should probably leave him batting 9, though, because he's not that strong of a hitter. Is there any way that I should be getting Michael Busch back in? Probably not, because I mean, even if he's playing well, he's still lower rated. Yeah, I think we'll leave him off. Morel's having a good year at the plate. He's up to 15 homers. His attributes are going up nicely. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat here, but we got Baez sucks, Rizzo sucks, Brian sucks. Yeah, I mean, I guess Rizzo wasn't terrible though until he got concussed last year. But those other two, they've been rough. Isn't it a little late? A little late for what? Streaming? Being live? If that's what you mean, then yeah, this probably will be my last game once we get Pete Crow Armstrong debuted. Because I was thinking about getting off somewhere between 9:30 and 10. Alright, I think we're just going to do the same thing against lefties too. Yeah, we need that glove out in center. Although Hap against lefties isn't great. And he's going down, so he's probably not playing that well. I guess we can look at the stats. This is also stuff. If you watch my my normal March to Octobers, you don't get to see this. It's just me obsessing over stats. And look at that, Ian Happ. He's batting 114 against left-handed pitching. So maybe we do find a way to get him out of the lineup. I guess we could just... I don't know. I mean, it's tough to want to bring in the lefty to start against lefties, especially when he's not better against lefties, but it's not like he's bad. It's not like he's much worse against lefties. Or should we just bring in Madrigal? Wait, why am I saying that? Hap is in the outfield right now. Let's go back. Let's go back to these stats. You gotta go soon. You'll watch until the stream ends. All right. Hopefully me looking at these stats doesn't take too long. I just want to... You know, I guess also if I'm just going to play until we debut PCA here, maybe I could just save this, look at all this, set the lineups off stream. Oh, what do we have here? Rob with the 10. You hope this player lock is a good one? It has to be now. Or is that just some extra pressure on me? Uh-oh. No, I'm kidding, man. Thanks. Thanks for the 10. I still don't know how to react. Somebody gives me money just for playing a video game. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't even remember what I'm looking at here. Oh, this is what I'm looking at? I'm trying to decide if I should start Michael Busch against lefties, and he's up here batting .412 against lefties. I think that's the move then. I think we'll move Bellinger back to the outfield. Nope, this is... Yeah. Bellinger back into the outfield. Can he play left? Yeah, he can play the whole outfield. We'll do that then. We'll have Bellinger play left, and then we'll bring in Michael Busch. And that'll be the move. The first super chat, you're right. Wimbo's here. Wimbo, you just showed up, and we're about to end soon. But we just showed up, we just called up Pete Crow Armstrong. We're about to debut him, and I think we're ready. I think I'm just going to leave the lineup how it was after that. So here we go. The debut, PCA, I'm nervous because, well, for one, it's a player lock with a hitter in March to October. That doesn't go well. But now I've got the extra pressure of Rob's $10 in my pocket. I want to lock in, though. I really want this to go well, because this is not just for a plus, a 1, 2, or 3 plus. It's for some attributes, too. It's for Pete Crow Armstrong to hit better. I forgot to see who we were pitching. I wasn't paying attention, or who we were facing pitching. Do I watch hockey, and if so, who do I have winning the cup? I don't watch hockey. I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry. I feel like I should watch it, though. Like, every time I've gone to a game, I've never been to a pro game, but I've been to a lot of, I'm assuming they're just called minor league games, or is it AHL? I don't know. I've gone to a lot of those games, though, and every single time it's a lot of fun. So I would imagine it wouldn't be that difficult for me to get into hockey. You're right. No chat. I got to focus up. There we go. Keep doing that.
Runner at second here, one gone.
Oh, I can't do that, though. I thought that was a hanger. That was nasty.
And a pitch.
Okay, that was supposed to be a check swing. That's not fun. That's a take. I'll give myself credit for that. That's a take. Come on, just give me a fastball like right here. Nope. Spitting on that 3-2 count. I'll take me a walk. Now, how did I miss that? What was wrong with that swing? I'm not going to get to see. They don't tell you. Because you don't bat with the very next player. Well, I've looked back at the chat now, and the player lock isn't over. But I didn't see. I didn't even take a look at what his stats were in AAA. You're right, though. I need to focus. I won't look over until this one's over. Although I guess fielding, like, we're fine. Oh, they're gonna hit it right to me. We bring up this center fielder with this great fielding, and they just hit it right to me. Well, I shouldn't have thrown it to the cutoff. I always, whenever I'm player locked in the field, I just instinctively throw it to the cutoff. Man, I should have just thrown it all the way. We could have had a shot. I just glanced back at the chat. Now I'm doing it again. Ugh. Okay, let's not be giving up all these runs. Look how fast he is, though. 98 speed. Look at him. We're going to make it almost all the way to first base on a grounder to center field up the middle. All right. Now we're locking in again at bat number 2. There we go. There we go. That might do it. That's an extra base hit. That might secure a plus right there. Extra base hit, maybe an RBI. Oh, yeah, easy RBI. There we go. We did it. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that yet. That is only one hit, but it is an extra base hit. It drove in a run. I feel like usually that's enough to get you a plus in a player lock. I mean, they're not going to, but I would love to try and steal third here. Oh, and he's going to whiff. We tied it up, though. That's a plus. It better be a plus. Even if it's just a 1. That'd be fine, because that would get us the attribute boost. Okay, here we go. We have the lead. Nobody on. Oh, dude. Oh, I was just under that. If I got the PCI up there. I don't even know. With his 40-something power, that's got to be enough to take it out if I had a good swing on that one. You're right. I did have a good AB in the first time up, even though it was a strikeout. I worked the count a bit. They keep hitting these base hits up to center. How far in can we make it this time? Look at him. Look at how fast he is. He almost made it all the way to first base. before they cut me off. All right, we got a new arm out there. Still up 4-2. Probably our last at bat of the game. Let's see if we can do anything more. There we go. I like to see that. Let's not end the at bat right away. Take some pitches here. Nope, that's fine. I'm fine with checking up on that. I would not have made good contact.
Next pitch is outside.
2-1.
We might be able to work a walk here. Gonna be very selective. Only gonna swing if it's a fastball. Oh, and it basically was. It's just low.
Left-hand batter waits.
Oh, it stayed in the zone. That's tough. That's tough. I really think, though, that what we did do is going to be enough to get us a plus. RBI double, even with 2 punch-outs. There we go. Yep, we got it. That's all we care about. Solid plate appearances, produce 1 hit. We got the plus, we got the momentum boost, and that means that we should have gotten an attribute boost.
Just that opportunity to stand at the dish, and a prospect like this who shows the ability to adjust to the highest level.
Feeling good about that. And you know what? It just dawned on me. Maybe Pete Crow-Armstrong is a guy that I consider contact swinging with, especially when we get down to 2 strikes. Although it wouldn't have made a difference there because I sat there and watched strike 3. I just want to see what this attribute boost is. I forgot we didn't go back and look at our pitcher, Cam Sanders. We didn't see what his attribute boost was. So we'll do that real quick. We'll look at Cam Sanders, then we'll look at PCA, and then we'll call it a day. We picked up some wins there, right? Yeah, we're on the verge of a 4-game sweep of the Brewers. They're calling us the division leader now, so we took over. I'm so bad at remembering where my camera is. Because in the game, I'm supposed to be down in the center, and I forgot to do that. That's fine. We're good. And we are. We're at the top of the division right now, 33-24. We got to hold on to that. And let's take a look at I want to see Cam Sanders first. He got all the way up to a 76. I mean, that's huge. That is huge. And he's he's doing okay. 3.25 ERA for a rookie, that's fine. And then PCA. What do we got out of him? He's up to a 77, so not a huge boost. He started at what, a 73? But we did get the big boost to the contact, vision, and discipline. Everything else went up probably 1 or 2. And then he's got that A potential on his own. He's going to continue getting better from that. So, oh, and he got up to 99 speed. Nice. So 59, 67 contact is definitely looking a little bit better than where he was before. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call it. Anyways, again, thanks for coming out. And I guess I will see you guys next time, whenever that may be.